Coral reefs. When we talk about coral reefs, if you see this picture, it is a very beautiful, and plus with the fish school, it is really beautiful for us to scuba diving, right? And so, as you know, what is the role of coral reefs other than beautiful color, varies of hue? Mm, the role is to it is a home to the biodiversity of marine life. Yes, there are millions of fish species in this world, so this is their home. And coral reefs also act as a wave heating, wave reducing, because when the wave is too strong, coral reefs will act as a reducer to the waves, because when the waves hit the coral reefs, the waves will be slowed down to hit the coast, so it will make less impact to our beach. And so mm, I'm going to show you before and after, and why this happened. This is on the left side. This is a before the incident. This is a really beautiful coral reefs. There there are fish there, and in this photo they are still alive. Rather than after that, it turns to like a sort of a graveyard of fish. There are no fish living there, and it's just a moody scene. And so, why this is happen? It brings us to my topic. My topic before that. Hello, my name is Yanin Zain. I'm program AP243, and today I'm going to present my title: Man's carelessness towards nature should be blamed for the destruction of the coral ecosystem. And so today, before that, I will show you the statistic of the 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 carelessness of man's of I think because of nothing, because of the using the fish bomb and the pesticide to gain more profit. And it's the statistic that why men should be blamed for their carelessness. And when you look at the first percentage of global reefs at risk by individual three factors. On this, there are overexploitation, coastal development, inland pollution, and marine-based pollution. When you look at this, I want to highlight the overexploitation. It is a high threat percentage of global reefs at risk. It is not because of the natural disaster. It is because of us. It is because of the fishermen specifically. And another one in figure ES-2, reefs at risk from integrated local threats by region. When you look at this, sorry, because of this photo is a little bit blurry. And at first, this is Atlantic, Australia, Indian Ocean, Middle East, Pacific, Southeast Asia, and global. First, we look at the low reefs at risk in Australia. Because why? Australia has a really good system in how they manage the coral reefs, and because it is really they realize it is really important. It starts from the education. And when you look at the highest, very high on this list, on this statistic, is Southeast Asia. Why? Well, I don't know. It is not a very common, because It is not a very rare. Sorry, I'm sorry for my bad. It is because of in Southeast Asia, like Malaysia, Indonesia, in our country especially, we really like to use fish bomb, and pesticide to kill their home, their shelter. And this is a big problem. It is not a small problem. So let's move on. Why men's carelessness should be blamed? At first, their act can be defined as unscrupulous acts that benefit mankind only but bring disastrous effects to the coral. Because why? Because they only think of their needs, their mankind needs, but they don't think about another living thing needs. They don't know they have killed a million of this species when they fish bomb at that area, and they also destroy the coral reefs also at that area. And this is a really like not responsible act. They should be responsible of their doing, and they should be blamed. And the second reason why men's carelessness should be blamed, because of showing an indifferent attitude, hence they are not concerned for the ecosystem and the organism in it. Like I said before, when we look at the Australia, because they are well educated rather than us, we are not, we don't say that we are not educated, but we are not educated very good enough. So this is come to our conscience to protect our ecosystem and the organism living in it. And the third reason why men's carelessness should be blamed, because of their greed act for gain more profit. So they just bombing the courage to get more profit. Like it is easy, but this easy thing affects the millions of life in that marine life. So if we bomb the coral reefs, what will happen to the next generation? What will happen to the fish? We don't know if they are a very rare species that live in that, and we bomb it. So it is really important to raise our awareness about the fish bomb is not a good act. Ways to deal with fish bombing. What are the ways to protect our precious coral reefs? At first, we enforce the law by the government. If the fish bombing get caught red-handedly, so the government should be double the charge to be taken by the fishermen. So they will be more aware of this new law, and they will not to use the fish bomb or pesticide. And secondly, there are more police patrolling around the sea. Like before that, they just use a regular shift of patrolling around the sea, and after that, we will have to more the patrolling around the sea, so that the they will control the activity of the fishermen. So they will inspect if they are using a bombing or pesticide, and they will easy to cut uh, these activities. And then what is what will happen if we protect the coral reefs in the future? mm, if you can think it, of course we can save the biodiversity. Yes, there are millions of fish species living in it. So it is our role to protect our nature, our ecosystem for our next generation. And there will be enough food source for us. So for the fishermen that want to hunt the fish down, and they will use another approach, like this era they are now they are using technologies, so they have to be more aware about this technology, like such as they are a sensor, they're using a sound wave to detect a fish. And yeah, they should not using this fish bomb and use a more modernistic ways to caught fish. And lastly, we can use as a tourist attraction. Why? Of course, can gain profit by not just fishing, by also using like this activity at main the tourism attraction, tourism industry, that will that will affect our economic, because they are really beautiful coral reefs. And so the conclusion is, I want to say, to play your part wherever you are. If you're a student, you have to play your part to raise awareness about the importance of our coral reefs to your friend. And if you are parents, you must to educate your children to love our coral reefs. And if you are a government officer, you have to take action about these activities. So I really hope that we can be like other country in the Oceania. Of course, like Australia, they are really have a low reefs at risk, because they are really has developed a good awareness and common sense to protect their coral reefs. And that's all for me. Thank you.